What up, everybody? It's the Rottweiler Patriots. I'm Vegas.
And I'm T-Bone.
And we're coming at you with another video today where we're going to be discussing the New England Patriots Week 6 game against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Patriots fall to 1-5, losing 21-17 to Vegas. Not the start to the year I had in mind for them at all. Defense kept us in the game in the second half. I thought they could have done a little bit better in the first half. Nice play by Peppers on the hit on Adams. Tavai there to intercept it. That was kind of the highlight of the game for New England. There wasn't a lot. The running game was better today. Ramondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott both didn't get a lot of touches, but both ran the ball well. Stevenson, 4.6 yards a carry. Elliott, 4.9 yards a carry. I mean, practically 5. He's a yard away from 5 yards a carry. So both guys had good days overall. Both guys also made their way into the end zone. Kendrick Bourne, again, looked really good. He seems to be the only receiver who's consistently doing things. And speaking of receivers, Devontae Parker. Devontae! Catch the ball! We win the game if you catch that ball! Mac Jones, in the clutch, under pressure, throws a 50-yard dime! And dime! People are like, Mac Jones isn't clutch. Can't win late, can't do this, can't do that. He shows up. He makes a play, a perfect throw in the hands of Parker in Raider territory, and Parker drops it and then doesn't take accountability in the interview afterwards. Come on, Devontae. If you're going to play for New England, you get that crap out of here. Like, Parker had a terrible, terrible game. There was one play during the game. It was a third down. And I believe this was in the first half, and he ran the wrong route. If he runs the right route, it's an easy first down and maybe even a touchdown. Regardless, it's first and, I think, goal. If not, first and 10 in deep in Vegas territory. Like, runs the wrong route, boom, fourth down, drive ends right there. Parker, not a good day at all. That extension is looking mighty fine on him right now. Mac Jones looked better, had a mixed day, looked a lot better this week, in my opinion, than he did the last 2 weeks. He only had 2 plays that weren't particularly good. One of them was the interception that I think everyone is aware of. Mac Jones, under pressure, rolls out to the right, tries to throw on the run, has Hunter Henry wide open, and misses him completely. And instead, hits Morig Woodard right in the chest. And that killed a drive that was in Vegas territory, and even a field goal there would have greatly affected the outcome of the game. A lot of things greatly affect the outcome of the game. And then the other play that I thought I didn't like from Mac was there was one particular sack in the first quarter where he just held the ball for way too long. Like, it was one of the few plays where the offensive line gave him time. Now, I know the receivers weren't really that open on the play, but you got to throw the ball away there at least. You can't take that sack. You had too much time in the pocket. Otherwise, I thought Mac Jones looked pretty good. 24 for 33, 200 yards. That's not a bad stat line. You know, and he could have had a touchdown, should have had a touchdown, but nope, the referees decided that Hunter Henry committed a holding that wasn't a hold at all. That cost us 4 points, which, by the way, kind of sort of the difference in this game. So, that wasn't great. And it's not the reason we lost, but a touchdown at that point in the game makes this a very, very different football game. Our offense struggled in the first half. Again, only put up 3 points. Could have been 7 with that one. Could have been more if Parker runs the right route. Could have been more if Mac Jones doesn't throw that pick, you know? Second half, cleaned it up. 2 touchdowns, put themselves in a position to win. Mac Jones made a play to put the team in a position to win with that throw to Devontae Parker, and Devontae Parker just drops it. You couldn't ask for a better throw from Jones. You can't. It was a perfect ball. Offensive line, absolutely abysmal. Whatever Vidarian Lowe was doing on the safety is beyond me. I have never seen a guy whiff on a block so bad, except for that one Bears offensive lineman this week who somehow managed to block his own teammate. That was funny to watch, but it's about the only joy I experienced from football this weekend. I mean, I don't know. We're 1-5. The team looked better this week. The offense was moving better, especially in the second half. We've clearly shown that we're a second half team. If we're able to avoid even one silly mistake in the first half, we win this game. And, I don't know. I don't really know where I'm at. I'm at the point where I don't know if I want New England to tank or if I still think that they can turn it around and try to go on a run and slip into the wild card. Because after you got Buffalo and then Miami, and those 2 games are going to be rough. But after those 2 games, you got a lot of bad football teams on the schedule.
Like yours.
We can't play ourselves. But thank you for that. Thank you very much. I don't know. Next week, Buffalo. Divisional games are weird. I will say that much. Us and Buffalo definitely have had some weird ones. You know, but I think we can beat them. Buffalo have been inconsistent this year. But I don't know if we will. If we lose to Buffalo and Miami, we have to go crazy if we want a shot. If we go 1-7, you might as well call it. What's going to happen at the trade deadline? I don't know. There are a lot of people who are like, trade this guy, trade that guy, trade this guy away, trade that guy, get picks, get picks, get picks. And it's like, some players, no. There's trade Uche. I'm like, I don't want to trade Uche. He's been one of our best defensive players. Trade Duggar. No! Kyle Duggar needs to be a New England Patriot for life. He is a stud safety who consistently makes great plays for us and plays great football. That's a hard guy to replace, no matter what compensation you get for him. The defense is fine. Did they have their best performance today? No. But guys are hurt. The secondary is in tatters right now, especially with Gonzo out for the year. Judon's out for the year, and you can tell. The pass rush misses Judon. Keon White got hurt in this game. That's great. So, didn't have their best performance today, but didn't play bad. Kept the team in the game. Injuries got the best of them. Injuries are going to get the best of them for the rest of the year. That's just going to be the case. When you're down your top 2 players, that's just going to be the case. Hopefully Judon's going to be back this year. Timeline's looking like December. I don't know. But New England is just in a really awkward spot. Long term, I'm not tearing down this defense. This defense is way, way too good. The other thing is like, oh, do you keep Bill Belichick? Do you fire Bill Belichick? I don't know. Because here's the thing. The offense has not been good. The offensive building, like from a general manager standpoint, has not been good. And I also think Matt Groh is a huge part of that problem. Like, Belichick definitely is, but I don't think Matt Groh is receiving enough hate. Some of the stuff that's being directed towards Belichick needs to be directed towards Groh. So, but where New England's at right now, it's just kind of weird. Because the season isn't necessarily over, but 3 games from now it very much can be. Trade deadline is the Tuesday after Miami. So, at some point in the next couple of weeks, the organization is going to have to make some difficult decisions. Next offseason, cap is crazy. There is loads of cap to work with. Now, a lot of guys are going to be free agents, but there's loads of cap to work with. Guys who I'd like to see stay, Kendrick Bourne, Ramondre Stevenson, Ezekiel Elliott. Those are guys who I'd like to keep around. Because those are guys who have shown that they can play. Ezekiel Elliott has done about as much as I could have hoped from him. He's been one of our most consistently well-performing players, even during this rough stretch of play. He's played better than I expected him to. So, and if he's going to keep playing like that, even behind a bad offensive line, I'm going to want him around. I want to keep Demario Douglas and Keyshawn Boutte. And I think we probably will. Demario Douglas is a player who isn't getting enough playing time. Now, I know he was hurt for this one. But his explosive playmaking ability, 1, we don't utilize enough. And 2, would have really helped us in a game like this. So, I want to see more Douglas. I want to see him play more. Keyshawn Boutte, I would like to see play more. You know? And, because Boutte, we haven't seen a lot from him, but that's because he hasn't played that much. But his talent is there. It's just, can we get it out of him? You know, those aren't bad guys to work with. But then you got a lot of money. Go get a guy. Go to get like T. Higgins. T. Higgins is a guy. Maybe you trade for someone. I don't know. But you need a wide receiver 1. Whether you roll with Mac Jones after this year or not, I don't know. Because I think Mac Jones can very easily be a very, very good NFL quarterback. I think he has top 10 potential. I really and truly do. I just don't know if he can do it with New England at this point. Because of the way things have gone here for him. 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years. Not a lot to work with in terms of weapons and offensive line. You know? Like, fans who are absolutely ruthless. Like, I will forever be mad at Patriot Nation for the way they conducted themselves during that Bears game last year. That really screwed with his confidence. His confidence is shot right now, I think. Like, even though he's still putting out pretty decent performances, it still feels like he's missing something from 2021. Like, 2021, rookie year, he had some swagger to him. He was having fun. I don't know what happened, but it just doesn't feel the same from him. I honestly feel bad for him. He's a guy who I'd actually love to see get a fresh start on another team just to see how he does. Like, I honestly think he would be a perfect fit for the Atlanta Falcons. Genuinely. They have a lot of really good weapons, a pretty solid O-line. The big question for them has been quarterback and Desmond Ridder. I think Mac Jones could work with that team really, really well. So, and honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to trading Mac Jones to a team like the Falcons for a first-rounder. If you're going to trade away Mac Jones, get a first-rounder. Now, if that means you have to throw in something else, like throw in another player, I'm fine with that. But I think you got to get another first-round pick if you're going to trade Mac. So, And then if we end up with 2 first-rounders, maybe trade for a guy like Herbert. How much that's actually going to go, I don't know. Herbert has a no-trade clause. Who knows, but the offense absolutely needs to be fixed. There needs to be some reworking. Right now, Belichick's future, I don't fire him. I give him the opportunity to make amends for what we are seeing this year. I'm going to give him 1 more year. He's got a lot of cap to work with. I want to see him try to work something out. Matt Groh needs to go. That guy needs to go. He has done nothing to help this team on the offensive side of the ball. But if Belichick makes the right moves in the offseason and we come out next year swinging, that'll be great. But if next year it's the same old, then I think you gotta question Belichick's job very heavily. But right now, I'm not quite on the fire him train. So, I know that I just rambled for a very, very long time. T-Bone, but I gotta get a lot out of me right now because we're in a weird spot. So I do want to get your thoughts on everything so far.
Thanks, Vegas. Y'all really stunk up the joint. You did, because I want to go back to the game just a little bit, and then touch on the future of the Patriots. Really, this game was just hard to watch. Most Patriots games are just because of how they play, but I'm not blaming that. This was just bad. Now, I know you're hating on your O-line for not being able to defend Mac in the in their own end zone. That being said, it's Max Crosby, not some 2-bit defensive end, so I'm not going to hold them to too much. It's Max Crosby, dude. He's him this year.
Yeah, but you still can't whiff on a block completely. At least make some contact with him.
That was some Panthers level blocking, I'll admit. But really, the thing is, I could see the Pats winning one of the Bills games just because these bad teams win against like one good team. But that's the thing. The Patriots are bad. They are a bad football team. Some bad stuff. 24, 30, 50, 200 yards, 1 interception. Vegas, you're delusional. That's not good. That's okay at best. And I don't know about this whole first rounder for Mac. 1 first rounder for Herbert. I don't know how you see these trades happening, but that's besides the point.
I never said 1 first rounder for Herbert. I said use your 2 first rounders to go get a guy like Herbert. And I said if they won't take a first for Mac, throw in another player. Do whatever it takes to get a first out of it.
I misheard them. But anyways, really just not good stuff. No, not good. That being said, I do like how hard Zeke is playing. I mean, good Lord. I wouldn't say career resurgence, but as sort of the backup for this 2-bag split, not bad at all. He's been doing work. He's been putting the stuff together. Your defense is still solid. I agree. Don't write off your defense yet. You guys have a lot of good guys, and injuries have shat you guys. But that being said, you guys have a solid defense. So, future of Bill, I am not. That man is NFL 2000s all-decade team, NFL 2010s all-decade team, NFL 100th anniversary all-time team. He has several NFL records. Most Super Bowl wins as a coach, most Super Bowl wins as a head coach, most Super Bowl appearances, most Super Bowl appearances as a head coach, most playoff wins as a head coach, most playoff appearances as a head coach, tied, and most divisional championships as a head coach. Are we really going to turn on the greatest coach of all time because he's 1-5? Now, I think it's time for Bill to consider moving on and Patriots moving on to someone else, because he can still be the greatest of all time and just not have it anymore. And being an amicably parting ways is not, this doesn't have to hurt this doesn't have to be a bad thing. There doesn't have to be a sore spot for Bill or the Patriots. This can just be, okay, this is no longer working out, we're going to part ways, which I hope is how it goes. Because I would really hate for the Pats to sour their relationship with their greatest coach ever, and the greatest coach ever in football, that is. But yeah, no, it may not be the thing to do anymore. Just to have Bill around, to have Mac. I don't know about full rebuild, and I don't know if you guys commit to the tank anymore. I'm kind of touchy on tanking anyways. But that's essentially my thoughts. You guys have got to play better offense. And Devontae Parker was playing some dog crap, dude. Your defense is doing solid. Mac's doing but what do you want? The confidence is shattered. I would also like to see him elsewhere. Maybe not in the NFC South, but somewhere. But no, because I actually do think that Mac would be better than Desmond Ridder. But that's another point. That's another story. So yeah, really, I guess at this point it's everyone's buzzing. What happens to Bill? And I really think an amicable parting of ways is probably the best thing to do. Maybe give him one more year, like you said. Because, I mean, not only is he 3-time Coach of the Year, and he should be more than 3-time Coach of the Year, he was also 2021's Executive of the Year. So he's been voted as a good executive, a good GM. It's just, stuff wasn't coming together. And you know what? There's no shame in that. There's no shame in stuff not coming together like you think it is. Maybe you just need a year. Maybe you just need a little bit of a fresh start. I'm not willing to write off Bill yet. He is the greatest coach of all time. Are we about to throw that man away on account of being 1-5? Are we serious, guys? But that's just my 2 cents. I guess that's all I have to say, really. It's just, I don't throw Bill away yet. Calm down.
Yeah. I completely agree. One of the things that's irritated me this year is seeing, and last year really, is seeing how many people are like, fire Bill, fire Bill, fire Bill. It's like, y'all don't understand what Bill Belichick brings to the table. Okay, the offense isn't great. We need more weapons. Okay. Great. Maybe you take a little bit of that power away from Bill, at least on the offensive side of the ball. Bill, though, on the defensive side of the ball, the man builds top 10 defenses every single year and coaches them incredibly well. His coaching is highly adaptive to what is in the league, and he was able to stop a pretty darn good Dolphins offense. Made their life pretty difficult when we played them a few weeks ago.
Just interject a little bit, also special teams, too. Man's a genius on special teams as well.
Yeah, even though our special teams haven't been up to snuff this year.
I still like that kick block, though. I'm a big guy on safeties and blocked kicks.
Well, there was a safety in this game, just not for us, unfortunately. But no, that still was a good kick block. And we saw we lined some up on the edge on one of the Raiders' kicks. The thing really that I think is throwing people off about this year is the team does not have discipline. Like, the amount of plays we've seen this year where 5 years ago it's like, oh, you'd never see that on a Bill Belichick coach team. You'd never say that on a Bill Belichick coach team. silly, stupid penalties, dumb mistakes, this and that. Like, and it was the same thing last year. That plagued us last year. Like Jacoby Myers against the Raiders last year. You know? Like, I don't know. I'm not ready to move on from Bill. The thing is, you move on from Bill, you lose that defensive stability that you have had for 20 years. I'm not ready to move on from that yet, even if the offense isn't great right now. So, I don't know. If we beat Buffalo, maybe there's a chance we can turn this thing around. Honestly, if we win 1 out of 2 between Buffalo and Miami, I'll take that. I still think if we somehow go 2-6, I still think the playoffs are a possibility. Now, it's going to require us to beat all the teams that we should beat if we're playing like I know this team can, plus get a couple of upsets, but I wouldn't call the season over just yet. Yep, I mean, that's where I'm at this point. T-Bone, you got any other thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, just, guys, to the Patriots fans out there, there have been bad teams year in and year out. Just, it is what it is. Sometimes things don't go your way. I know you guys are used to, what is it, Super Bowls every other year, a playoff win guarantee each year, and, it's been 2019 since one of those, and you're thirsting for it. Just sometimes things don't go your way, and you have one of the greatest owners in the league. You have the greatest coach of all time. You have a solid defense, albeit injuries. You guys just need to get your groove. If the groove is not going to happen this year, oh well. But you guys aren't. This isn't Bears level, and even the Bears have a nice owner. This isn't Bears stuff. You guys aren't dysfunctional. You're going through something. You have, and you know what? You're gonna get through it at some point. But don't be stupid. Just wait. And just wait and see. Just wait and see and evaluate from there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Unfortunately, the New England fan base is not the most patient one. So, please, y'all, feel free to leave your thoughts on the New England Patriots down in the comments section below. We'd love to hear your input, your thoughts, what you all have to say. And that is going to do it for us today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to subscribe. And we will see you all in the next video.